Yeah, so one of our competitive team members, Jeff, is joining us today as our guest. Jeff is lives in Colorado, right? So
Yep.
what did you determine about your PQ schedule? Anything close to you? Probably not, right?
There is there's one close to me, like an hour and a half away, and one that's like an 8-hour drive away. But they're both on weekends that I couldn't do it. Like I had already had commitments when they were announced, so that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, next year they
um,
announce them a lot earlier.
Yep.
yeah, that's like I don't plan a ton of stuff, so like a lot of times I'd be
Mm-hmm.
okay. These were just very unlucky weekend selections,
Right.
so pretty sad, but it is what it is.
Yeah, we get it.
And then how long were you in Europe? You just got back from Europe a few days ago, right?
Yeah, I was in Europe for a week, a little over a week.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah, that's an incredible trip.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, it was a ton of fun. Copenhagen's a cool city.
Did you start in Copenhagen, or did you travel across any of Europe?
I just stayed in Copenhagen the whole time. I had a couple of different hotels, so I basically stayed in a few different neighborhoods in Copenhagen
Yeah,
to get like a little bit of a broader experience of the city.
sure.
Yeah, it was cool.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it
And
does.
now, Jeff, you and I connected in set one when
Hmm.
we were working on the Blonde Sabine deck together.
Yep.
Um, you took the interesting. I want to hear your view of this too, Courtney.
Sure.
You, Jeff, you took For a Cause I Believe in out.
I did. Yeah, I
Oh.
actually won a 30-ish plus person store showdown with no for a cause in my yellow Sabine deck.
That's awesome.
That's
So did-
something.
I know,
That's
right?
crazy.
So what were you?
Yeah.
Was that because you weren't playing? I mean,
Yeah,
what were you? I guess
So-
what were you putting in instead?
So
of,
yeah, so I put in my thought was I wanted to go a little more space heavy, and it let me put in cards like the third sneak attack main. I put in Starwing Scout main, disabling Fang Fighter main, and really the main
Yeah.
reason I took it out was because a lot of the matchups, like like the hard control matchups, and I didn't it just wasn't good enough in those matchups where they had so much healing that a card that doesn't stick to the board and just deals between 2 to 4 damage
That's a good
like
point.
wasn't that good. And they weren't good in the aggro matchups either. So the matchups where I actually wanted them were pretty limited. And so I just tried. The first thing I did was I just took them out and I said, okay, if I didn't have this deck building restriction, what would my deck look like? And I ended up with enough non-heroic cards that I said, "Hey, I don't really want this." So I tested it out, and yeah, it ended up doing pretty well. So I just stuck with it.
Yeah, and especially if you substituted in for more space, especially in deck one, that was just huge.
Set one, yeah.
That was huge.
Yeah, I still remember in the finals of the store show, I did it multiple times in the top 8, but I would. With initiative first action, I would heroic sack a Starwing Scout. So I'd say, all right, deal 6 damage. I draw 3 cards.
Oh wow,
Nice.
that's crazy good.
Nice.
Wait, why are we?
That is a great
Why are we doing that in
combo.
this set? That sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
That's
was awesome. And I still remember the finals of that store showdown, the championship round. It was open deck list for the top 8. So like we'd swap deck lists once we got to the top 8. And I looked at the guy I was playing for the finals, and he was on Han Green with 3 Bright Hopes main, and I was like, oh god, this is gonna.
Ooh.
But you know what kills Bright Hope is heroic sacking a Starwing Scout.
That's a very good point. That's a
So I was
very
like,
good
all right,
point.
That's
like in the
Yeah.
championship round, I said, all right, I'm gonna kill your Bright Hope and draw 3 cards.
Wow, that's awesome.
I remember
Yeah.
losing my first store showdown to Thomas Corndog Steve, one of our great local players. He was on Green Han.
Yeah.
Nobody had really played it
Yeah.
much at all before
We didn't test
that
against
tournament.
it
We didn't
enough
test,
either.
right?
That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's what,
And I
that's
was
what I meant.
playing Blonde Sabine.
Yeah. So that element of surprise too.
So
Really
if I
caused-
had a heroic
Yeah.
sack on a Star Wing, I would have won if I played Jeff's list.
and I just started
Yeah.
playing.
Maybe I wouldn't have been the finalist. I would have been the champion.
Yeah, and the other big difference I had with my deck is I was in set 1, probably still am in set 2, but not playing as much yellow here on set 2. A big Jeddah City believer.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
one actually won me a lot of games. Jeddah City, Bamboozle, and no
Yeah.
for a cause were the biggest things that was in on my deck.
We've come to agree with you on Bamboozle.
Bamboozle's great.
Yeah, I think I've got.
Oh man, so many. Yeah, like in set 1, so many times I would be up against blue control, and they would say, "Hey, all right, 6/6 Childson," and I'd say, "Okay,
2/2
what if it was a 2/2?" Then I flip Sabine, kill it with Sabine, and they're like, "Oh, and I'm gonna write down what all was in your hand too."
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Hey, Mitch. Mitch jumped in here from New Mexico.
Hey.
Man, we got the west half U.S. today.
Yeah.
Jeff
Midwest
is
Unite.
Colorado. Our guest today,
Yeah.
Mitch, is Jeff. He's one of our competitive team members that bought the network, one of our level 3s. He's in Colorado, and Mitch is in New Mexico. That's pretty.
Nice.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not close,
It's not
but
close
it's
at
like
all, but-
in the grand scheme of like
Of
out in the
America.
Compared
west.
to Florida, it's close.
Yeah.
It's all relative,
It's
right?
regional.
Right, it's all relative.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so we'll start with a little green Sabine into blonde Sabine in honor of Jeff. That's how Jeff and I first became friends. So Jeff, if
Yeah.
you're watching with her hand, please feel free to give her play lines, advice. Anyone can actually, but
So, are you running for calls?
you'll have to find out.
Oh.
See, that's one of the challenges of tournaments is you don't know what your opponent
That's
has
true.
in their deck.
I don't know how you built
Oh,
that one.
the funny thing is, when I in the big tournaments where I ran No for a Cause, multiple times I would have people play regional governor naming for a cause. And
Yes.
they would make play lines
Yes.
and playing around it. Even though it's funny, like they would say, "Oh, I'm gonna regional governor naming for a cause." And be like, "Well, should I? It's not gonna be that good when he has Starwing Scouts." And after the round, I'd be like, "You're right. It's not even in the deck."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I remember losing a big match on stream at the Orlando 5K to a Palpatine player who played regional governor and named for a cause I believe in when I was about to play it to beat him. I was
Yeah.
like, oh
Yeah.
no, and I lost. That was really traumatic for me. It was a hard experience, so I don't really appreciate Jeff you bringing that example up.
So I'm gonna mulligan.
All right, well, here, let's
gotta have
let's go to the hand cam.
Yeah.
Let Jeff take a good look.
Oh yeah,
Right.
it's
I have to.
100%. You got a mulligan. Yeah, no choices there.
Yeah.
All right, y'all can do hand
I'll
cam
shuffle
while I'm
too well.
looking.
Yeah.
So I'm playing a green Sabine with ECL. That makes
Yes.
this dangerous. Danger.
So I'm wondering if we should do. Well, I guess we'll just play the first game to see. But after that, maybe we play a game where, like I would against Boba, no ping, and
See if you're the control player.
See if I'm the control-
Why don't you ask Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff, what
Ask
do you
Coach
think?
Jeff.
Green versus
Green Sabine in
blonde.
set 2, which plays a
I-
lot of mid-range stuff like Wrecker and Poe.
Yeah, I think that the big difference is that Yellow Sabine has more, like Green Sabine transitioned more into a mid-range deck for set 2, obviously, like a lot of people talk about that. Yellow Sabine is like, to me, it's almost a cheese space deck. Like it's not as aggro as the Kylo stuff. Like it's not that all in,
Yeah.
but it's a lot more on that. So I think it's hard to tell in the beginning because you need to quickly figure out if you have the ability to race them or if you have to play control. Like if you get a good ground start, like, Sabine unit into wing leader and you're pushing 5 damage on the ground while they're pushing 3 damage in space, then yeah, you can be the aggro, but like you've got to make up the 5 extra health difference. So it's risky to ping in the beginning, and you've got to, I think, quickly realize if you are going to win the race or not with pinging.
Yeah. So looking at this.
This hand's great though.
Yeah. So looking at this, knowing he's got more space, I've got initiative. I would lean towards resourcing this and do this, and
So resourcing the far right one.
resourcing this one and playing this one first turn. I mean,
y'all can talk about it. I'll
Just
pretend
since-
I don't know.
I know yours.
So my
and you're
only
most
thought
likely
is
going to
that-
play a Sabine or an A-wing.
Yeah, like my thought is, especially since you have ECL and he's heavy space, I would be hesitant to resource the A-wing.
That's a good point.
That's a good ECL for turn 2. Could be.
Exactly. So I think your leftmost card and then the 1, 2 to
this
the
one
right
for
of that
sure.
are the pretty easy early resources.
I
that.
think this one.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice too because
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's the other one I was talking
Okay.
about.
yeah.
Yeah, so resource those two, and then it's an interesting thought on what you want to play in the dark on turn 1.
I know.
I'd probably still play Sabine unit
That's what I was leaning
because
towards
then
also.
you still have your ECL if you need it, and you
And
can just pump in
this is
damage early.
more likely to be. I mean, I'm going to be able to play that
Exactly,
onto that
exactly.
one.
That was my
So
thought as well. Yeah, because
yeah.
you don't want to play the A wing and then untap and see what's happening. So yeah,
And
I'd agree with that.
And just thinking ahead, I mean, switching gears since we've got to obviously do this in tournament, but thinking of my ECL target? Again, I don't know exactly, I don't have your deck list. I don't know if you're playing Chewy or Pose. I'm sure you're playing Pose. So I guess that would be
Maybe. You don't know.
and Wreckers.
Who knows?
So,
You gotta find out
yeah,
the
just
hard
thinking.
way. But we do need to. Jonathan mentioned in Twitch chat correctly. He loves the bling. Guess what bling he's talking about?
My cards.
Your Cassian. Flip that back up. Let's take a look
I
at
know.
that. Let's go back to the hand cam just to enjoy the hyperspace foil
I love
Cassian.
my favorite
Yeah, that's a
card,
good one.
hyperspace foil, is the wing leader. I just think it's so pretty.
Yeah, the wing leader look the way they did
like
it
it's
with
flying.
the way that like the sky looks and
Yeah.
the speed lines and everything. It looks really nice in foil.
Yeah. Spoiler alert,
sure.
I have a wing leader and a Cassian.
Yeah, I think you know by now. I don't
I know.
play with. I don't cheat you.
I know, maybe.
Because the other thing about Cassian is, what have we been doing recently, Courtney? In
Smuggling?
Smuggling. No, we haven't been on our boat in a while. No, we've been. What have we been doing for our entertainment?
Yeah, we've been watching Star Wars.
What have we
We'll
been
go back
watching?
and
What did we just
rewatching
finish
them
the first
all.
season of?
Andor.
Yeah. And what did you think of
Oh,
Andor?
nice.
I loved it a lot, actually.
Yeah.
It's a great one.
What
I went back and rewatched Andor after I rewatched Rogue One and after I played with Set One Swoon. I was like, oh, I know all these characters now. Like,
Right? That's exactly what we're doing.
yeah.
Trying to go back there. Oh, that's where that card picture.
Yeah,
for the
we
card
name
goes
out
up
the
there.
cards. We're
Yeah.
like, oh look, that's
Yeah,
that
exactly.
That
4 or 5 guy that does that. You know, we name the
Mm-hmm.
cards out as we do
Yeah,
it.
it's just fun.
It is a lot of fun. Yeah, we're about to start Rogue One because we're watching in sequential order.
Nice.
We
Yep.
started all the way back at Phantom Menace, and we've been watching all the live action. We're
I
trying
just
to watch
love
the
the first
cartoons,
trilogy.
but I don't know why I have such a hard time watching the Swoop cartoons. I guess just because I'm older.
I agree.
I don't know.
I
Did you
really
grow up
liked
on the
Rebels though,
Swoop?
honestly.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
did
first
like Rebels.
season was a little more heavy on like the kid style
Aspect.
stuff,
Yeah.
but
Right.
then yeah, it got a lot. Like I really liked it by the end for sure, and I enjoyed it. I never watched it as a kid, so I watched it for the first time like this past year.
Jace loves Jedi, the cartoon.
Yeah, the young
The
Jedi.
young Je- he
Our
loves
5-year-old is really into Star Wars too, thankfully.
Ah, nice.
it.
Maybe he'll be a prodigy like our French junior is.
Yeah, that's
already.
right.
One of our
That's great.
players is a 14-year-old in France that just destroyed
Amazing.
us. We get into testing and it's like, oh, I don't want to play junior in testing. He just destroys us.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
we won a big tournament. He's got a big one this weekend. See, this is where I'm just out of luck.
Do you need a mulligan?
Because that was my only first turn play. Your turn them this way, so Chet can see.
Yeah, I always forget.
So now I'm in a lot of trouble.
See, doesn't the hyperspace look prettier?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why if you had a hyperspace one, Frank, you'd be
That's
able to win the
right.
trade.
Yeah. But it's so funny, though, how important the initiative roll
It's all
is.
clean.
Now, if I had initiative and played my Sabine first,
I'd have played the A-Wing.
you'd have gone into lane dodge, because you also could have gone ahead and ECL'd in that and killed that.
Right, and actually that
That might have been
might be the
play.
best against Sima because
Yeah, because Jonathan mentioned it in
Against
chat.
yellow, it could be.
Tempo.
Yeah, exactly. So it depends on if you want to get tempo, because like if you're playing against green Sabine, I mean, it's what Jonathan's hinting at, I think, with his comments. Like, if you're playing against green Sabine, you have specific problems of how do I beat Darksaber or whatever. Okay, I ECL Sabine leader and kill it before they can play it. So you don't have those concerns here. So you're a lot more wide open with when you want to.
it would feel really
when you
good
wanna
to
use your
ECL it in, kill it. I still survive, and then next turn wing leader it.
Yeah.
But I think the only problem is that this kind of messes up your could mess up your wing leader play.
It could, yeah.
So it depends. Like if you don't
So
draw any
take
other
initiative.
3-drop, I think you still just wing leader instead of taking the trade because your worst case scenario, he plays surprise strike and you basically traded your wing leader buff for a surprise strike, and
Right.
that's the worst case scenario.
That's true.
But I don't know. It depends on what you
I
draw.
think I would still lead with killing the Sabine unit as your first action.
It depends on what your turn is after you do that. To me.
Yeah. All right, let's find
Well, I
out.
took initiative. So.
You took initiative.
All right,
Yep,
pass.
you have.
Yeah.
You run the dice roll.
Yep.
I gotta quit crying about it and just play.
So.
So I don't need this one. Let's
Oh,
go
now that you have
resource
that,
this
it's an
one
easy
now?
trade.
That's what
I was gonna say play that one.
Oh, really? I was
Um,
gonna play this. Because he can't kill it. I got initiative.
Yeah, so you have two choices basically. You can either kill the Sabine right away, which is the safe play, and then play the 3-drop you just drew, or you can do the like high risk, high reward play of lead on the wing leader.
Yeah.
I think either
Actually,
one
I
is
might just-
fine, honestly.
Kill you, trade, and then wing leader. I could.
The other good thing about leading with the trade is you see what he does because you may want to react to that.
Oh
True,
yeah,
that's a
that's a
good point.
great point.
So then in that case,
Yeah.
I probably. Well,
Because
is it 2, 3?
if you've got the restore dude, the restore
Yeah.
dude is so good in
think
this
that's-
matchup.
That's what I would have done.
Jonathan mentioned that in
But-
Twitch chat.
Is resourceless.
Yeah.
I would probably trade units and play out the restore guy because
That's what I think the number one, like the most ideal play is. You trade and then play the restore guy.
yeah, and not even trade,
it's-
just kill.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
It's so
I'm
bad.
still
for me.
nervous about resourcing the A wing because I'm just worried about getting run over in space.
But
Maybe that's just too conservative. Because I think the only options are that or the K2.
yeah.
Because I mean your hand is really good, so it's all like good options.
Um.
All right,
I
so the
think
restore
think
either
what-
one is fine.
I
what
think
I
being
would
a
do-
mid-range
Resourcing
deck,
A-wing
I
is
think
fine.
you want the restore guy to give you even more time. If you play Poe and Wreckers, you're gonna
ECL
win.
it now because I
There's
could just
nothing
hit you
Bond
now.
has in set 2 that equals Poe and Wrecker. And the
I don't think you need to worry about ECLing because you're still at
I
0
don't think I
damage
need to
anyway.
ECL either. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I would just
They're just
Sabine
gonna hit
hit
you
No,
Sabine.
yeah,
3.
just
Yeah.
take 2
you
back.
you have the free trade.
See
Take
where
it.
you go, and then
Yeah.
whether I want to
Yeah,
play
exactly.
wing leader or
Take 100%.
Sundari.
Yeah. All right, and then I will play a red 3 in space.
See, this is where if you still had the A-wing, you could ECL the A-wing here, and it would be nice.
No, well, I don't think you would do that.
You've got 2.
I mean, it kills the red 3 and doesn't die back.
No. The wing leader doesn't die.
No, the A-wing.
Oh, the A-wing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
thought you
that
said
was
wing
one
leader,
of the
sorry.
reasons I was worried about resourcing the A-wing. I think it's fine. Like you'll
Well,
manage.
yeah, because
but-
now I think you're way ahead. Like you could
Yeah.
almost
think,
start pinging because once you have the restore guy on the ground, you're healing back to everything.
Yeah, exactly. So
I mean,
I
I
just
think
play
you
the
just
restore
race.
guy. Frank
doing-
claims and then you ping.
Yeah, you're representing 6 damage a turn to my 3, and I'm only representing 1 damage a turn because of the restore. I mean, you're ahead 6 to 1 damage per turn. I think you clearly start racing now.
And I can
Even
ECL with
pinging.
either one of these.
I claim initiative, take initiative. I use the right
Alright,
word.
then I ping.
Yeah. All right. I think Jonathan was right that the. Hold on, how did he say? The restore homie.
The
That's now the
restore
restore
homie.
homie
I
for
like
the rest
it.
of our stream life here.
Like that.
Yeah.
That is restore homie.
Alright, I already have. I don't really need. Definitely don't need that.
What's up, Space Modulator? Jumping in chat with us. This is the way. Correcto, Micho.
The only thing is.
So you have a Sabine unit and a restore homie,
Mm-hmm.
but I have initiative.
But yep, red 3 does some work.
So I've got to decide if I have a way to
Lost my earbud.
race you or not.
It's the only thing I hate about AirPods.
I sort of do, but not. I think the smart play on my part now is to recognize that I'm no longer the aggro player because I'm in the 6 to 1 deficit between 6 damage to 1 because of the restore. Flip quickly and try to mitigate damage.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get 3 to base.
Well, there's a fun line. If you
Wing
flip
leader it.
Sabine or if you flip Sabine or play a red card, he can't attack your Sabine unit.
That's a good point. And you can't kill that one.
I like your choice though. I think you're fine if I waste my whole turn killing your little 2/3. I think you're way ahead because I have better
Did I
options.
hit the camera? Oh, sorry, I hit the camera.
I have a fleet lieutenant that will allow Sabine now to do 2, 3, 4 plus red 3, 5 damage to kill your restore homie. But by restore homie, you take a point on your
Restore
base.
homie down.
And now I feel better about my board state.
1 to base, right?
Yeah, that's why, Chad, I did the quick Sabine flip because I had a way either way. If she attacks with this one to the base first, which is fine, then I would have killed Sabine with my Sabine and then not played the Fleet Lieutenant. I had other stuff to play, but since flipping first gave me either option. Yeah. All right, I'll hit you for 3 in space.
5.
20 to go. Let's go. Let's do 20. Easy got.
Maybe I should have just wing-leadered my Sabine.
Thanks for hanging out with us on your break. That's why we do the lunch stream. It's because a lot of people can
listen in at least
jump in on
30 minutes maybe.
Yeah, a little bit of their lunch break.
There you go.
It's
Catch
a
a game.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, midweek, midday. U.S. time. Sorry, Europe. Oh, it's nighttime for them. I have to get off work. All right, so your action.
I pinged.
Oh, you pinged us?
Took your
Okay,
damage.
sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, all I can do now is just take initiative again.
Flip.
But now I feel much better about
You
the
should
board
feel
state.
better. Yep.
Yeah. I'm not saying I'm winning. I'm just saying I feel better with that cool Sabine killing your restore homie.
Yeah, this is tricky now.
3. Yeah, now it's tricky. You're right.
Because
3 to the
it might
base,
have.
yes.
I was debating if it was worth it to ECL K2 to kill Sabine, because Fleet Lieutenant kills K2 anyway. And then same thing here. Do you want to put 2 damage on Sabine so that anything can kill it?
So I do math when I do this. So right now your base damage is 6, 10. You could do 10, while my base damage is 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm only my edge is only 1. You still have your ECL, which means you're gonna that 11 to 10
got 5 more
ratio
help
is
in
probably
base.
better for you than it sounds because of how you choose to use your ECL next turn. So now we do the math here. So you need 19 damage, and I'm doing 11 per turn. So you know you have 2 turns. You need to do 22 damage. So we're both at a state of about equilibrium, so to speak. And then the only other thing is that you have an ECL I don't have. And you probably, so you just look at your hand. If you have things like Poe and Wrecker coming, then I think you can race base. Because with your ECL, your 10 to my 11 is going to really move in your direction a lot when you use your ECL. I don't know, Jeff. That's how I would think through it. That's how I hope that's helping chat.
No, I think that
trying to
would definitely
learn
help a lot of
Sabine
people.
decks. This is how I think it through. I'm always like looking at the board state and evaluating my best assumption of what my opponent's going to do to change the board state, and how that ratio of my damage per turn to their damage per turn is affecting my decision to switch from control as you start with a mid-range green into an aggro yellow to the going face aggro player.
Right.
In my opinion, with this board state, if I was in your seat, I would switch to aggro, 100%. But I have initiative, so maybe I can change your mind. That's another thing. I'll have the first action. You can tell from my first action.
Yeah. So the only thing for
me.
me is that it's tight with damage when there's an unanswered red 3 and you know you're playing against a deck with surprise strikes and probably for a cause.
Right.
Like if you just go surprise strike plus for a cause, then we're one action away from check. So like what is the likelihood that we get to the point where we die if we don't clear the entire board on our next turn? And I think that likelihood is non-zero.
It is non-zero. And the other good news though on that front is since I do have first action, she'll have much better information to make a decision for her first action.
But like if there was 2 less damage on your base, Frank, and 2 more damage on Sabine, then ECLing Poe means ECL Poe into a unit, discard a card to kill Sabine, and you don't have to worry. Like that's 1 less unit off the board.
Yeah.
That was my thought for potentially attacking Sabine. Is what's the likelihood that we have to clear the entire board, and can we even do it?
I see. Yeah, that's a good point.
Now, obviously, I'm not researching this, but if I'm looking at the next turn, I have options. I could do that or that. But I think these get me, because this one on the board may be dead. So it's looking like I would probably resource this.
It's got to be either K2 or one of the 3 drops. So the problem with Sabine is if you want to play the Wing Leader or Fleet Lieutenant, then what else are you doing with your other 2 resources?
Right, I know. But I think...
So, like, yeah.
say that though. I could actually. Yeah. All right, we'll just do that. We'll see. I also
Yeah, I
have
think
a
this. I
smelt
think that's
card,
fine
a
though,
smelting
because
card. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So I am going to try to outrace you because that's really my only option. I'm looking at if I could. I don't see any way I could take over the board, even though I'm doing 4 with the. I guess I could kill K2 with my Fleet Lieutenant, which is kind of nice.
Mhm.
And my Sabine lives. So let me start with that. Let's trade these two, because if I don't trade
Okay.
them now. But wait, am I the control player? Should I care at all about the board? This is so hard.
It is. I think this
I
this
think-
matchup specifically is really hard because it constantly switches as to whether you're supposed to be the aggro or control
Mhm.
player, and it's hard to figure out which one you actually are.
Hey David, I saw David jumped in voice. So this is David where we need to get George to spend even 1% of his time on math for us, because George loves math. George the Hulk is our math guru,
Mhm.
and George needs to do the math on this for us sometime. All right.
Let's show it back.
All right, I'm gonna go
Yeah,
with Brad.
I agree with
Brad's
Space
right.
Modulator too. Like the 5
Yeah.
extra HP is
Yeah,
is
Yeah.
not insignificant.
I've got to do 19 damage. So let's go for that. Looking at what's in my hand. So I'll start with 40 your base. Let's see if I
Okay.
can do it. We're gonna try racing.
We're
As
just gonna
usual,
race?
all good Twitch streamers do what their chat tells them to do. So Brad said it in chat. We're gonna go face.
So, I mean, I actually don't have to ECL this turn.
Well, you have 2 options.
Yeah.
For me,
This says
when he
everyone.
goes face, that makes alarm bells ring in my head that he thinks
Mhm.
he has enough damage to close this out.
I'm 15 away, and I'm representing
Poe.
7.
So one thing that my one thought is to, if you ECL Poe, because right now you can't kill the red 3, but if you ECL Poe, kill Sabine and deal 2 to red 3, then you can kill red 3 with your first attack next turn.
That's true.
And then you also don't have the Sabine. He has to attack with his red 3, and you can like clean up his ground side of the board, and your first action can kill red 3 on the next turn.
Yeah.
And you also have a 6
ECL?
attack dude
Yeah.
chilling.
Dang it. That's the only thing I didn't want you to do.
Sabine.
Of course.
2 back.
Some Sabine on Sabine action.
Do
there.
my triggers. Discard a card and do 2 damage. Or do I just clear its ground? And red 3 doesn't really matter, but
I mean, you can clear the ground with your attackers,
that's true.
but right now your only way to hit space is discard with Poe.
Yeah, so I think I discard.
I discard the K2 because next
Yeah.
turn you're going to be at 6, so like
Mhm.
your resource efficiency, you can just play the other 2 cards in your hand next turn already.
Okay.
And then,
You put 2 damage on red 3.
yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking, since I'm clearing your board anyway, I would, if I'm still playing control, it
makes
wouldn't
my
really
decision
matter,
easier.
but yeah.
I will start
Oh,
with a
same.
wing leader, putting
Mhm.
2 experience cards.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't sure what I was doing. Now I do know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's got 1 left.
Mhm.
Poe's not a rebel space modulator. He doesn't get the +2.
Right.
Yeah, that would be
So
hot.
I'll kill your fleet lieutenant and do 1 overwhelm.
Okay. Go to 9.
Mm-hmm.
And now the biggest, baddest red 3 ever hits you for
Mhm,
5.
that
I'm
feels
10
good, doesn't it?
away.
I know.
10 away.
And then
I would consider claiming here because you can still kill red 3 on attack with Poe, but if you let him attack first, and he gets 5 extra damage in, and you're just 5 away from dead.
that's a good
It's
point.
like kind of counterintuitive,
Right.
but I don't know if you
Well, let's
can,
do the math. If you do the
because
7,
is it worth losing 6 damage to base?
6 damage to base puts me at 15, halfway there. You're at least showing fatal. So really, you're making. I don't know if she does all
And
the
then
damage to
this
the
too.
base. Her first attack with Poe would kill Wing Leader, so that takes away 2 damage.
Yeah, it would make
No.
you need to have.
I can't think of a way Blonde Sabine has to pump.
Yeah,
5.
you
Even with a pump.
you would need to
that's
have for a
4.
cause basically, or not.
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
you need to have for a cause hit 4 exactly.
Yeah. Feels like the safest route would be for her to go face right now. Yeah,
Space
yeah.
Modulator. You can kill red 3 by discarding 2 cards. You deal 2 damage and then also kill one of the XP.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
the XP
right.
tokens
That's
count
right.
as upgrades.
That's a good
So you
point.
could take
Yeah.
So
off.
maybe I do take initiative then.
That's the concern. Is it worth killing red 3 first action is it worth giving up 6 damage? Is the question.
He's gonna hit me with 5, put me
Well, it's
5
5
away.
damage, not 6.
Oh, sorry, yeah, 5.
So I
So
think I
that-
have to take initiative.
No, I don't think you do. I really don't think you do because, first off, if you you're gonna
So
have
you
two,
have
you can get
9.
to 2 actions
5,
to
2,
kill.
and then you're gonna have 6 resources. You can do
And
a wrecker.
it might be 1 action if you top deck a Rebel Assault.
I think you actually do the damage because if you do the damage, you're showing lethal next turn, and it is going to be very difficult for Frank to kill you next turn.
If
He
you can
could
kill
do it
Wingleader,
with
yeah.
he could do it with a Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
No, a Falcon wouldn't.
No.
He needs to find
6.
5 damage.
You could do Falcon.
'Cause you
Surprise
can-
Strike.
Well, I could get there
Yeah.
with a lot of
So he
actions.
needs 2 damage cards.
The
So it
problem is
could
I would
be-
need a lot of actions to do that. Because the Falcon would hit for 4 because of red 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ping from Sabine.
Oh yeah. So
But-
Falcon does.
I don't have that many
Well, no,
actions.
because we can still, if you play Falcon, we can still attack with Poe and kill red 3.
Well, yeah, but I think you need to kill Wing Leader first. Because you don't...
Yeah.
So-
So Falcon.
You could win.
So
leader red
Falcon
3,
loses you the game if he plays that. If you don't claim here,
No, I don't
Surprise
think so.
Strike doesn't
because
do it.
You got to count the actions, though. I think she still wins because of the action economy. So let's count my... For me to kill her with the Falcon and a ping, I would need 1 attack for red 3, 1 deploy Falcon, 1 attack with Falcon, 1 ping. That's 4 actions. She's only going to be 2 actions away on the board from killing me if she hits me right now with both her units. I don't have 4 actions next turn.
Maybe 15.
Maybe 3 at the least.
It's more than 2 actions. Yeah,
If she puts 6 on there now,
It's 3.
that puts me
then
at 15.
If I just went base and did 8,
Okay.
If you're on a 30 HP base, I think it's more.
Yeah. So I think
Mm-hmm.
I think it's. So let's
Okay.
see. So you would be at 15, and then she attacks with Poe for
Mhm.
8, discarding a card. You go from 15 to 23. Then she's 3 actions
She's
away
3
next turn
actions, I
if she
just
attacks
counted
you for
that,
6
yeah.
now.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like you would be attack with red 3, play Falcon, attack with Falcon, ping. So that
In
would
worst
let her
case-
win.
I could have a Falcon and a Surprise Strike.
So Falcon plus
Mm-hmm.
Surprise Strike would change the math because Surprise Strike saves an action.
Ooh, this is
also
close.
Fleet Lieutenant.
I'm counting the 5 damage
Yeah.
from Fleet Lieutenant. Oh, Fleet Lieutenant?
Yeah,
No,
Fleet
that-
Lieutenant would be
Fleet
the
Lieutenant didn't do
same
it.
thing.
The same, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing where it's the same thing in that it saves an action and lets Frank kill you in 3 actions instead of 4, because you can kill him in 3. So if you can survive his 3rd action, then you can win. So what are the odds you can survive his 3rd action? He needs.
Timely intervention of A-Wing.
Yeah, the Surprise Strike on red 3
I drew
didn't
it.
get me there because I'm be 2 damage short. And I can ping for 1. but that
Well,
was-
it'd be Surprise Strike on red 3 plus a Falcon would
Yeah,
be
right.
something
That
like
would-
that is what
yeah,
it would need
yeah,
to
yeah,
be.
yeah, yeah.
Like or Fleet Lieutenant plus a Falcon.
I don't know. It just feels wrong for her
I
to
think
claim.
I think you don't play around him having 2 cards
Yeah.
that he needs. Like if playing around
Yeah, I think so,
Falcon,
too.
Mhm.
like I would claim if it meant playing around him having Falcon or Surprise Strike or whatever, but I think it's better to attack and put him in check and say you have to have 2 of these cards exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
This
Let's
is where you
draw
need
Rebel
the...
Assault.
If you had the Restore Homie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Restore
Alright.
Homie would be huge for
So
sure.
let's go ahead and do 3.
Okay, we're going to go for it. All right.
6.
Puts me at 12. There's another
Move this
combination,
down.
too. I could have Surprise Strike and For a Cause.
Well, yeah, but it's just you need 2 cards
Right,
that do
there's 2
damage
things
basically,
that-
and
and
one
then-
of them needs to be one that saves an action.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't done, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, then I'm gonna claim. Oh, I did 3. Then you did that. Then I did 3. Now you
And then I
claim.
claim.
Yep. Pass.
But now the other question is, do you claim after I play
After
the
and not
A-Wing
do the 3.
and not do the last 3 damage? Because now go back and do your math again. Here,
Mm-hmm.
untap with this. Put me back at 12. Now do the math. You need to do 18. So that's 8, 12. Yeah, I don't know. Now I think with 2
18.
things out, I think she does attack with Poe, discard 2 to kill red 3 as her first action. Because
Yeah,
That's
because
the
now your
five.
3 actions, well,
if she kills red 3, this only does 5 damage.
Did you? already
yeah,
take
because
this?
now
Okay.
now he only needs 1 card in hand with the A-wing on board to outrace you. So
Right.
I would claim before you do the last 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's right now.
Yeah.
When
And
this
so
situation
you're
changed. I'm at
that-
12.
Okay.
The last 3 put me to 15. I'm backed up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You already
okay.
did it. Okay.
Good luck.
Just making sure.
Yeah, killing red 3 on your first attack.
Mm.
And you still have fatal on the board, even if you only do 6 with Poe.
And I can. How many? You got 4 cards.
Okay,
I'm gonna
one,
need to discard
6.
2 at least.
So that's good.
So
It's good
I
that I, went to
could
6.
just not resource.
Let's look at your hand, Cam.
You don't have to resource because the other thing is you have a timely intervention in your resource pile.
Did I? Or was
So-
it Rebel Assault? I think.
Oh, was it? Oh, I thought
Yeah,
it was
Rebel
timely.
Assault. Oh no. I wish it
Oh,
was
never mind.
timely.
That's way different.
I have a
I'll be-
Cassian.
I was
Yeah.
playing like you had I was thinking you had
Yeah.
a timely.
So if I wanted to be safe and be able to play 3 cards, and
Well, don't
Yeah.
forget you got to discard 2
these
with
2 would
Poe.
get me damage.
So you have to
These
pick
3 would
2
get
cards for
damage. This would
discard.
be- Right, I know. So if I wanted to resource 1, I'm going to be down to 1 card to play this turn anyway.
Yeah, I don't think you need to
I
resource
don't think I
then.
do either. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
But then I also have Cassian. I can,
Now that I see what's in my hand, you taking
Yeah.
initiative is amazing. It saved the game for you.
really.
Mm-hmm.
Good to
Not
know.
hitting with the last 3 damage.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hit with Poe
If I knew I was drawing this, I would have taken initiative instead of the
and
A-wing.
discard 2 cards. So I guess I'll discard that. And I need that. So
I'd go probably restore homie and wing leader because like you're looking for
don't
damage
have
this
time.
turn.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't have time
Yeah,
for that.
exactly. The other 2 cards could potentially add damage this turn.
All right. So you're taking off 1 upgrade.
Well, this would be the same amount of.
So I take my
I don't-
experience token down
Maybe not.
to 1
Did that flip off the top?
for the Poe discard, and then you're gonna. I have 2
And
life
then hit him
remaining.
for 2 damage.
Take 1 off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
take
and
1
then,
off and then hit
kill
me for
it.
2, which
Right.
kills it. That's frustrating. Yeah. That is super frustrating. Now I got to do math again. So I have 5 damage on the board, but you don't have fatal. Okay, so what I've got to do first is play out Akira.
Hmm.
So I get to see your hand and name a card. I will name. Oh, that's a hard choice. Is it?
Does it make it cost 3 more or 2 more? I forget with Kira.
3 more.
3 more? Oh well.
So I can
If
blank
only
one
we
of
had
those.
resourced.
Yeah, right. That's okay. I've
can
got
blank
something in
one
here
of
that can do
those.
damage this turn too, though.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. You have a Cassian. I'm gonna blank. I'm gonna blank the Fleet Lieutenant
That's what I would
because
do.
it gives me
Yeah, I think you have
more
to.
actions. You have that takes the action economy of Fleet Lieutenant is too good.
Yeah, because also
Yeah, I
you
mean-
can kill red 3 after she plays it before she attacks with anything anyway, if you needed to.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Frank here bases at 18.
Oh yeah, the Poe
Oh,
attack.
you didn't
Thank
take the 6.
12. Yeah, don't let those sweaty nerds at tournaments.
I know.
cheat
It's
you.
because we're talking so
I know.
much. I don't.
12.
Because usually at tournaments I
plus
write it down
8.
and
Plus 6
Verify
goes to
every
18.
time.
Yeah, that's why we have to write everything down as we go for that exact reason.
Yep.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Brad. I think that was Brad. Might have
okay.
been
It's my
David.
action. You play Kira,
Yeah.
so it's my action. So I go ahead and get 3. Yeah, 3 in with this one.
Oh no! Thanks, Space Modulator, for pointing
Mhm.
that out.
You go 3.
Yes, thanks. Oh, what happened? You attacked for 3.
Attack for 3, yes, now you're at
Okay.
21.
Now I got to do math again. So I can hit. I can hit for 5.
Yeah, and you gotta find 5 more.
And I
So
got
if you have Surprise Strike is not enough.
Mm-hmm. No, I think I just lose.
And I know you don't have. Well, you may have.
Are
surprise
you?
strike.
You're not representing Fatal, but I do know you have the red 3.
Yes.
So with red 3, your damage becomes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That becomes Fatal.
She's representing being too short right now.
But I know she has red 3 because I saw her hand with
Right.
Kira.
Yeah, I'm just saying the board state right now represents being too short.
So if
So
I put
yeah,
this 2 on
you
your
know
base,
she is. But
I have to attack with another one before I put red 3 down.
and then kill red 3 with this, she would be at 17. I still 8 to go. Yeah, I think I just lose now either way. Yeah. Okay. I guess to save myself, I will bamboozle and tap K2SO.
Okay.
I was gonna save that for Poe next turn, but I don't think I get it next turn.
Yeah.
It feels like
You're
I'm
right.
just dying because of the Cassian that I don't know about.
Yep.
So if I hadn't
Three.
done the K2SO, I would have lost to Cassian. All right, 3. Shoot. Now I gotta do math again. So I don't have a way
I
to
had
do 10
6.
damage. I'm gonna peek ahead.
Yeah.
Make sure there's no point in just scooping. Yeah, we can just scoop. I can't get 10 damage on you now that you killed the red 3. Yeah.
But I
Well,
would
Frank,
just
you
take
could-
initiative right away. If you
In
do an
hindsight,
action.
I should have taken initiative instead of playing the A-Wing last turn. But I didn't know I was drawing Bamboozle. I thought I needed the damage to get there.
Plus, I don't think you're running 3
Wah,
bamboozles
wah,
either.
wah. Good game, guys.
Imagine not running 3 bamboozles.
I'm not.
I think you have
two.
2. Yeah, that's what I thought. You're
No,
normally.
honestly, set 2, I'm a little bit lower on it than I was in set 1. I'd
Yeah.
only be on 2 as well. But
So the turn that you
That's great talk
ECL'd
there.
in Poe, I was going to play Kira to blink your Poe, but you played it too fast. Like, crap. Didn't have time to get there.
Yeah.
So a lot of play mistakes that Ryan would have made from Rebel Resource playing this deck.
Yeah.
We have to have Ryan on one day to live play with us
That'd
when
be
he's
great.
at
When he
lunch
has
pretending to
time.
work. Work from home. He can pretend to be working. All right, y'all want to see Blonde Sabine again, or what do y'all want to see? We have other decks. This is fun.
This is good.
Jeff, do you have another deck that you've been playing? What else have you been playing in set 2? I know you've kind of been traveling and vacation.
I've
I played
been
one to get some
I've
points.
been dabbling a lot and like haven't found one that I'm like, this is my set 2 deck.
Yeah, Frank's kind of the same way, aren't you? You keep going back and forth.
Yeah, I play a lot. I've been
Yeah.
playing a lot of set 2 decks.
Like I honestly really like set 2 green boba. I really like yellow Han 1. I really like Boss Green and all of its various iterations. Cad
Okay.
Blue is an insane deck.
All right,
There's a bunch
we
of
have
good ones.
Cad Blue here. We have Yellow Han. You want to play one of those with her?
He could help me pilot one. Or
You want
wanna
Cad
play
Blue
it
or
and
Yellow
I'll-
Han?
Let's do Yellow Han because
Yeah, we
that
did
one
Cad
is
Blue yesterday.
that's just a deck with like a million lines and they're all fun to talk through.
Yeah,
It's so true.
let's do that. All right. so
And
Damon's
Ian's not
Cad
here
Blue.
to tell me I'm an idiot, so that's
Right.
nice.
Oh, he does that with all of us. Is that,
He's just so good at the deck. Like,
Oh, I know, I know,
It's really fun
ridiculous.
to talk through lines with him when
I
I'm
I never
testing
get
it.
the deck to work as well as he does, and I mean that with all respect.
You want me to pilot it? Or
Yeah, you pilot
and
it.
what am I going to play
I
against?
got the yellow Sabine. I'll
You
just do
keep
it
playing
again.
Sabine?
Why not?
Okay.
We want to show
That's
different things on the stream. We don't want to show it the same.
Keep them together if
Yeah.
you don't mind.
we don't want to show the same stuff all the time.
Oh, I agree.
We could even talk through a sideboard.
I was just about to say I could talk through sideboard.
Let's play a main
Sabine.
deck first, and then
Yeah.
Jeff can talk you through sideboarding it. So, and I'm gonna run to the rest.
Do we have the sideboard for Han?
Uh huh.
Oh,
A
okay.
sideboard. That'd be fun. What do you like about Mono Han, Jeff?
Shuffle these.
I like the variety you can get. The way you have so many different angles of attack. Like you still have your Falcon plays. You still have a lot of like aggressive rebel starts, but you also have the ability to cheese people out with Tech DJ. Tech as a whole just gives you a ton of options, and this is like a really good tech deck in general. Han 1 is always about the 7 resource plays anyway, so with Han specifically, your 7 resource play could just be DJ even if you don't have a tech, so it doesn't need to be this like combo deck thing. You also still have the classic, like, okay, I'm gonna 7 resources into Han unit.
Right.
You've just got a lot of play into a lot of different strategies. You have access to yellow heroes, so you have access to cards like Spark of Rebellion and Bamboozle. They're meta calls on whether you main deck, sideboard, whatever, how many, but like you just have that option in the deck building. And any yellow hero deck, there are a million cards that your opponent has to play around, and they have to
Right.
decide which ones they want to play around, and you play around them all differently. So a lot of it puts a lot of pressure on your opponent to know exactly which card you might have hurts you the most and how to play around it, and I really like that aspect of it too.
Yeah, I was actually telling Frank that yesterday that I love Yellow Han. Like
Yeah.
if I was going to learn a new, another new deck right now to play to get 1,000 reps on, I think it would be yes.
All right, now you're just flirting with Ian.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Ian's not even here. You don't have to flirt with him.
It's
Courtney.
true. I love it. I think it's great.
Like
well, I
if-
mean, there's
if-
a lot
if-
of the good cards I'm used to too. I mean,
Yeah.
so it's not like
if World Championships were a set 2 thing, then from when Set 2 released until now, I would probably only be playing Yellow Han 1 and just trying to master all the lines. The only reason I'm not is because I don't have all this competitive stuff lined up for Set 2.
Yeah.
So I've been dabbling in a bunch of other stuff. But I think if you master this deck, it is the best deck in the game.
Yeah.
It's just
great.
very hard to master.
That's the problem, yeah. Do I have the time to put that much into it to master it?
Okay.
Oh, what am I doing?
You can
There you
shuffle
go.
your.
I
It's really
I
a good
know.
idea actually to shuffle your opponent's decks.
Ooh, these are slippery sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what most of all the competitive
Yeah.
like Magic players do.
Bonjour, Junior. Ça va? So,
I had a guy try to cheat me at a Magic GP, and I was too new to the competitive scene to call a judge. I was just nervous about it.
Yeah, Courtney.
I've done that.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, probably what?
She's
two,
been
three-
cheated a couple
three
times in
maybe.
Star Wars
Yeah.
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, the guy just presented his deck to me without shuffling, and I was like, that's weird. So I should have just called a judge then and been like, hey, is
Yeah.
this deck randomized? But instead what I did was I just shuffled the hell out of it when he presented it to me to cut. So I shuffled it like 10 times and then gave it back to him. And then he drew 8 cards in his opening hand instead of 7. And I was like, did you draw an extra card there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Star
That
Wars.
was yeah.
Go ahead. It's a new game, but I had a funny story about that. I was at my
I guess-
a store showdown in Huntsville,
I probably need to.
and we were in it was a Swiss, and we were in the next to last round of the Swiss, so round 4 maybe, and there was like 4 of us that were undefeated, and the undefeated player next to me. I made a comment about, hey, at least when you mulligan, I was mulliganing, I think, and I made a comment. I was like, hey, at least I don't, at least there's no penalty for mulligan. You just draw the same 6 cards. And he goes, no, the penalty is you draw 6 cards. And I was like, wait, what do you mean that's the penalty? He's like, what are you talking about? You only get to draw 6 cards when you mulligan. I was like, how many cards do you draw to start the game? It's like 7. Wait, you've been playing SWU, drawing 7 cards to start. Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay, sir, that's not the rule, sir. And sure enough, he had
Yeah.
7 cards in his hand. And I wasn't playing him, I was sitting next to him. And everyone laughed about it, because the game was brand new. I mean,
Right.
Set 1 showed. It wasn't like, this is world champs next year. But that's a true story.
Yeah.
So he felt really
Oh,
embarrassed.
do we need to roll for initiative? Or do you want to
Well, no, you just beat me, so I get initiative.
So, I mean, would you
It's a different deck, sir.
mulligan this?
All right, fine.
Oh, that is a snap keep. To me,
Well, let me go to the hand cam.
I would
Gotta make these
definitely
transitions shorter.
So basically, you need to pick 3 cards to resource, right? Which means, unfortunately,
Big
the left
space.
2 cards have to go, even though I would like them. And then,
Gotta keep
so
those.
those are the ones you can. Yeah, so those are the ones you can do now, and then trying to figure out what your
What
on
was it
resource
again?
should be. It's against Yellow Sabine.
I think I'd get rid of that rightmost card.
That was my thought as well, because you want to play probably the Ezra turn 1. So my thought was to resource the 2 cards on the left and then the rightmost one, and then you keep. But I don't know, keeping Bodhi, like it's too greedy, I think, to try to keep a Han unit, even though he would be good later.
Okay.
But I'd probably do that and play Ezra turn 1.
Okay. Oh, is this?
Yeah, roll for initiative. I rolled
Oh, just
7.
go ahead and do. Go ahead and take
No,
initiative.
no, Jeff. wants to roll.
Oh, okay, my bad.
He's our guest coach
thinking.
today. Okay, you have initiative.
All right. All right.
On Thursdays,
Get
we
better
have
at
guests.
rolling, Frank.
I know. So we do midweek, midday Twitch streaming. Please follow and come watch us. We do Tuesday. We have a theme. Wednesday is World Championship Wednesday, where Courtney actually practices her PQ deck and into meta
Nice.
decks. Yeah. And then on Thursdays we try to have a guest. Hopefully next week Jonathan can be our guest on stream. We're gonna start having the guests actually live play. So like I'll set up the camera at
Figure
their
out
house
cam-
and
mhm.
play Courtney like this
Put it on the screen.
on screen. Yeah, that's our goal for
It-
next week if we can work it out by then.
And this is my favorite play against an aggro deck, just turn 1 activate Han, because now Frank is sitting here like, oh god, does he have a Falcon? Is he playing a big,
Yeah.
they're playing a big ground
I
unit?
just-
Like what's...
Turn
I don't have any. I don't have a choice. I just have to like.
Well,
she has it,
if you
she
have
has it.
two drops, I think your play is to ping with Sabine to soft pass,
Yeah,
or just pass honestly, because you know Han's not going to activate and then pass. Because like
That's
if
true,
Courtney has
that's a good
Falcon here,
point.
you're just
Yeah.
real dead. But if
Yeah.
that's your only 2-drop, then it is what it is.
It's my
Yeah.
only 2-drop. Yeah. Okay.
Not gonna be
And
that
now
one.
I can take initiative. I don't think I need a ping. Yeah.
And then for anyone out there playing against Han, it is very helpful to, if you can, to try to keep both ground and space 2-drops. You just don't always have that luxury.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. I guess I'll put this down.
I think
Good. Thanks, John.
you're against yellow Sabine, so you don't have to kill. You don't have to kill Sabine directly on flip. Like you don't have to worry about Darksaber. I would honestly keep that to play this turn, and you just resource the surprise strike. As sad as that is.
That is sad.
I don't know.
But I need
It's
this
close
to
because you
tap
may
down
need to do
space.
damage to base. This is where Ian would know exactly the line. I think that you have to keep for sure. So it's between the 4-drop and surprise strike as to what you resource.
Is this turn
I
to
just
cut?
do the
This turn
yeah.
would be,
I think I'd resource the Kira actually because you want to play Bodhi this turn for sure, and you might need to keep the surprise strike. Yeah, I think that is the play is resource the yeah exactly.
Yep, okay.
And then I don't know if are you playing Finnick in this deck? Frank, is Finnick in the list?
Oh man, this deck's been put together for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
If it's
Finnick.
in,
I feel
there's
like
usually
it is.
one.
I can
Well,
look.
just because if there is a Finnick, then it matters what resource
Troy.
you kill with Han.
And
Oh, is this Troy? Okay.
Junior's one of the best Mono Han players. Also, he's playing it
Nice.
for his tournament this weekend. How many players in the tournament this weekend, Junior? Do you know? Oh, he's muted. Oh, here he comes. Is it a big tournament you're playing?
100, I
I
think.
don't see a finish.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
100?
nice. That's sick, man.
Yeah. Is it in Paris?
Yeah.
A Paris tournament?
No, far.
No, there's no
Right.
finish.
Okay, if there's no Finnick, then it doesn't matter what resource you kill. That was the only consideration. Because if you're playing a Finnick, you want to kill your resource that's the most like unique costed.
Maybe it's in the sideboard because I feel like we pulled it out.
But you do have to kill one from Han still.
So you need to use your purple
You have initiative,
reminder
right?
tokens because when you use
Oh.
Han's ability, put a reminder token on one. Because right now you have to kill one of your resources.
Oh yeah, that's right there.
Yeah. Kira, and don't forget, every resource you kill does give your opponent information. Like great players will use that, even slight advantage. But-
Sure. Of course.
Yep. Okay, I will do 3. Other than Waylay, I can't think of something you could do to stop me, so I'm just going to go ahead and play out the red 3 first
Mm-hmm.
to get the extra point of damage on this attack.
Right, I think I go ahead and go to base 3.
Junior, you are playing Mono Han, right, in your tournament, this
There's what I
deck?
drew.
Yes.
You feel good about it? You excited? What do you like about it?
I'd probably discard that, Courtney,
Yeah.
What?
because
Does it go on the bottom? Okay.
no,
Discard it.
Ezra's discard.
Yep.
It would be nice against Sabine flip, but with the cards you already have in your hand, I think that's not what you're looking for.
So you attacked for 3 and discarded what?
Gamorrean guard.
Gamorrean guard.
I mean, yeah.
No, that's pretty good against Sabine.
It is
Yeah.
good, but you're
Especially
right now
Sabine.
she's dying in space, and that doesn't help.
Wing leader
I
Sabine.
can do it on my flip turn coming up, though, so it block.
I know, and that's what I was
Okay.
saying. It's good against Sabine flip, but like you can already just kind of kill Sabine with a couple of attacks on flip.
Yeah.
What you can't do is survive a lot of turns with the space
Yeah.
pressure.
Cool. All right, 4 down.
Okay.
Oh, but I think all I have are units. I'm showing her a Kira, an R2, and an Alliance X-Wing.
Yep.
So that Kira is probably what I'm playing. See what I top deck. And now I take initiative again, so I can get my attacks in before you do shenanigans.
Oh, look. So it looks like I didn't activate his ability, so
You don't have anything to kill now.
Mhm.
The Kira is
Just
going to be
resources.
annoying, but
Yeah, Junior, if you have a suggestion, please feel free to jump in.
I think
Let me
you
get a hand
don't
cam.
need this card, yeah.
yeah.
Don't? Okay.
Yeah, and I think the right one is great because now
Mhm.
if you play the cards on you see, it's going to be good for you.
Yeah. Because like his ideal play is going to be Kira, and he's going to want to name Cunning. And if he does that, you can go Han activate with a surprise strike and potentially play the Cantina bouncer to bounce it,
Gotcha.
and make him have to replay it and turn your Cunning back on. In the meantime, if he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to waste as much time like that as you
Mhm.
can against an aggro deck,
Oh, sorry.
as you get your big things online. Oh, so did you resource? You're waiting on your
Mm-mm.
resource. Wait, you're not
Wait, do I
resourcing? You're not skipping your resource. You have
Yeah,
to resource.
resource the
Resource
second
surprise
Ezra
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
The second Ezra? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you were saying. I
Yeah.
think it was backwards. Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think yours is dying anytime soon, and you might want to keep the surprise strike around.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And so yes. Oh, but the problem with me leading with Kira is you could just kill Kira with Bodhi and Ezra. So maybe I wait till you've attacked with one of those. I don't know. That's what's awkward about Kira. Is like, when do you actually want to play her?
I found
depends
that
on what
too
you're
when I
worried
was
about.
playing that-
I mean, there's nothing at
Is it-
4. I think I need to wait till like you use your Han ability to like, and I'm like, okay, now
Yeah,
I
I-
can stop.
once you realize it's
I agree with
activated
that.
and pull out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'll just do 40
Because like
days while I
a
can.
Cunning isn't bad for you right now, especially
Right.
if your
This
first
early.
action is to attack.
Yeah. So 40 your base.
I think you attack with red 3.
Oh, because I could kill Falcon if she plays it.
No, because of cunning bounce.
Cunning bounce.
This
Yeah, I
better
could see
to
that.
bounce.
Like if she wants
Yeah.
to bounce or kill something, she wants to do it to red 3. So if you attack
Mhm.
with it first, you get in the 3 damage.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, 3 damage. Put you at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay.
This is how we get better. World Championships. I'm sorry, Galactic Championships next year.
I think I just attack first.
You got to put the work
Yeah,
in.
I'll just attack with Ezra, get information. Well,
Yeah.
the only thing about attacking with Ezra is you might. I don't know which one's better to attack with because you
And
might have
Sabine
a
only
card
does
on top.
2 back.
I
You
think
might-
the best is the body.
I think I agree
The
that
Bodhi?
Bodhi is better because you might have a card on top that you want to play that's better after he plays something or after he Sabine flips, and you're just losing that value if you attack with Ezra first.
Okay.
That's interesting.
But I don't
That
know,
is
I think
interesting.
it's
I would have
close.
done this
Ezra
first. Yeah.
Junior and Jeff
Yeah.
both said to attack with Bodhi. I would have attacked with.
I think it's close. I think it's
Yeah.
close, but
Yeah. Anyway, okay. 40 your base. Woohoo! I got the 4 in. You're gonna lose. Just kidding. Am I?
4, 5, 6, 7, 5.
you still know he has the Kira on hand.
Oh,
Yeah, I
remind
think-
me after this game that we have an announcement to make that's good about the stream. We haven't announced it yet.
So now I think I.
I think you just attack with Ezra now. You were
Or
seeing
do
if
I-
he did anything else. That was another reason
Wait
I thought it
till
was
it
pretty low
flips.
margins because he was likely to just attack anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think you care too much about the flip. I mean, you could wait and surprise strike it to try to kill it, but I don't know that you're that concerned. There we go.
I think I need to put that back on top, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I will ping us both.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't. I back up.
Okay.
Sorry,
That's
I just
okay.
noticed my hand. The whole point of waiting to put Kira down was you couldn't kill Kira down. All right, so now I can.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the whole sequence was I could play Kira now. So what do you have? Cunning. What's the other?
Surprise
strike.
Cunning, surprise strike, and Cantina
Cantina
bouncer.
bouncer.
I will obviously say. Actually, I don't care if you cunning. What would you bounce a card? Make me discard? Do I care if she cunnings? No, I'm gonna say cunning because that will make you force you to use Han's ability, which takes cards out of your hand too. So okay, so I turn off cunning with Kira.
Cost 3 more.
Typically, what she's going to do is tap 2 of your units in the next turn. So
Right.
Yeah, I think this is still good for you, Courtney, because you activate put the surprise strike down and play the Cantina Bouncer bouncing Kira, because Frank is gonna want to
Ping.
flip and attack, and this still gives you initiative if he does that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're getting a nice ground board.
Yeah.
Bouncing Kira
This is one player.
as you do,
Yep.
and then I flip.
Okay.
And,
And then I claim.
all right, take your initiative token.
Yeah, then you claim.
Keep it on the good guy side, and do 4 to your base.
Okay.
So 16, we're getting there. 14 to go, and I'm showing 8, 9, 10, 11 damage on your base. That's good. That's good. And then you got the cunning though, so this whole next turn is about to get blanked.
Pass.
Yep. Draw 2.
Right, because this only
Resource
costs 4
1.
now, right?
Go to 5.
Correct. Yeah. So cunning's
well, for
back
the
down
time
to 4.
being, but I have initiative,
Yeah.
so I think I do that first, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
Don't
you
worry about
resource the
resourcing.
spark. I think you still have to resource, I think, because you need to get to your flip turn and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. True.
But I
So,
would
yeah,
just
spark.
resource and play the cunning, tap, bounce the red 3.
What are your resources? Yeah,
My thought was to resource the
Let's get to
spark.
the hand cam.
Oh,
Show
sorry.
'em- Show 'em what you resourced.
So I resource this.
I mean, one idea is you play cunning and spark this turn though, because you use Han's ability and you flip Han.
She can't though, because if she resources Syndicate Lackey, she only has 2 cards in hand.
Oh, good point. I thought you had a surprise strike. That's right. You had to resource it. Yeah.
It got Han
Because of the
actions
Cantina
last turn.
bounce. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in a way, though, I guess Kira did help me then. It
Oh,
stopped
Kira helped
from
you for sure.
double spell.
Like we're pretty tight on resources right now, which I don't love, but I think we had to bounce it to set up this cunning to not die.
That's where I need a. No, you don't have.
But I
any
don't know.
bounties,
I mean,
so use the
I'm
bounty
curious
draw.
if Junior has a different line, but this was my thought is like, so now Kira can turn off the other card in your hand, but I think it's better to just have that around because you have enough ground units where you can just kill Kira if you need to.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play cunning. Do I just exhaust 2?
Yeah, I would exhaust Sabine unit or Sabine leader in A wing and then bounce red 3.
Okay.
Yeah. And I will replay red 3. Sucks for me. Blanking my whole turn.
I think you have to buff here.
Have to win.
Buff the +4.
Oh, interesting. I was thinking about
Yeah.
it. Like
Instead of
I
bouncing.
should think more about the math for sure.
17, you do 17 this turn with buffing, so you have just to claim or
Oh,
prospect.
yeah, that's right. That's a good call.
Yeah.
So if you leave
and then
one of the leave the red 3, the
You
only
have to
down.
tap
Yeah,
Hewing and Sabine because she can kill Toro
yeah,
body with red. Sorry.
yes.
right.
Yeah, I think I like that a lot better too.
Okay. And put
Because you gotta
+4
start getting
on
some damage in.
Cantina Bouncer, I guess. It's got the most
Yeah, I
save.
don't think it
I
matters.
don't think it matters either,
Well, it
but
depends on
just
if he's
'cause
playing
it's harder
Waylay
to
or
kill.
well, it matters if he has Bamboozle and they're all 3 attacks. So it doesn't matter for Bamboozle. It only matters if he has Waylay, and I think you'd most like him to Waylay the Cantina Bouncer. So yeah, I'd put the
That's
+4 on that.
Yeah.
Use one of your
Okay.
exclamation marks
Yeah.
to indicate that it's got
Is that what y'all usually do?
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, match.
Instead of an experience.
Then I can.
Yeah, this is
surprise
kind of
strike.
risky, but I think it's a necessary risk.
6 to base with surprise strike.
Okay.
Yeah, that was part of the risk. Part of the risk was
Yeah.
surprise strike, another part was bamboozle. But I think it's about are you playing to win or are you playing not to lose? And my line was to play not to lose, which I don't think is super correct.
All right, I'll go ahead and do that. Or do that.
Yeah, I'd hit that right away.
Yeah.
So 7.
Yeah.
That takes me to
Or do I kill
17.
Sabine?
And then I will.
No, yeah, you just run at the base
For a cause.
because he's still multiple actions from killing you.
Am I?
He was. That's 1.
3.
Man, that's
It
three.
was
Four.
multiple.
Those are wow.
And now I just win with an A-wing attack. That's 4 more damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! But I can put all that in the bin because all I got to do now is
I
attack
need
with the A-wing.
another
for 4
dice.
to kill you. You don't have any healing.
Mm-hmm.
So now, yeah, I think now you just have to claim and draw another cunning.
Oh, I didn't resource that. Did I?
Alright, draw 2. Good luck on the
Oh
cunning.
no, I gotta.
Baby.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta,
Oh my
you gotta
God.
play it. Yeah.
Yeah. I will.
Well, so let's see. See, is 17.
Yeah, I think bouncing red 3 would have been better.
It bouncing red 3.
I have initiative.
Mm-hmm. If you didn't draw cunning, it's over. Though. All I have to do is
You
4
you need
damage.
it goes back to the
Attack with
same.
Ezra.
Yeah, if you attack with Ezra, you
Yeah,
might find a
attack with Ezra and there's a cunning on top. So if you it goes
See,
back to what we were
Jonathan?
talking about last game, Frank, where do you want to play around them having to have 2 damage cards in their hand versus
Yeah.
1? Because you had to have both Surprise Strike and For a Cause, or 2 Surprise Strikes or something like that. Well, actually, 2 Surprise Strikes wouldn't even do it. It had to be exactly Surprise Strike and For a Cause to be to put us in this very bad situation. Whereas otherwise, we would be winning on our first action if you didn't have exactly those
Yeah.
2 cards. So I think
Right.
it's better to play making you have those 2 cards than it is to take a super conservative route. And even then, we'd still be losing.
true.
We just wouldn't be dead in 1 action.
So if you bounce red 3, though, there isn't a way for you to lose. Because you
The
have,
first turn.
yeah. I
Well, we wouldn't
I
lose
have
first
fatal.
action, but we also wouldn't be winning first
You just
action.
play it right back.
Mhm. Yeah, replay the red 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then
You replay the red 3, then you'd play For a Cause still.
no, I can't. I only had 5 resources.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, you went up to 6. Yeah. So that was
So
that
you
was the
would've
other.
just replayed red 3 though, and not 4 call, and then just 4 calls.
Well, I can't play surprise strike. Everything's tapped or bounced.
Yeah,
So I think you
we'd
win,
still be dying this turn.
But you'd have all that damage on
And-
my base.
This
You'd have
turn
all
you
this
would've-
damage.
Yeah.
4 calls
Plus,
and
this guy flips and hits for
Falcons.
4, which is the same 4 this was anyway. So you're looking at 10. No, you're looking at 6 more damage if you hadn't put the +4 here. So I would have been at 17 plus 6. So I've been at 23. So now you're just 1-2 hits away.
Mhm.
Whereas
And you're 2,
you're back
Yeah.
at like,
and I have
yeah.
initiative.
No, I think
So then
bounce.
I
Yeah,
would've
the
been-
the bounce plays around Surprise Strike really well, which is what you had
Mhm.
for sure.
Yeah. So the bounce.
But I don't know. I
bouncing
should
red
have
3
thought
was
about it
safer.
more before I just said to bounce. Yeah, bouncing red 3 was
No,
definitely
yeah,
safer.
that's why we're doing this.
Because
But-
because oftentimes there's lines like that, like you're right that it's going to add 1 action to your turn, but to when you can
Well,
fatal.
you still have an out, Courtney. If you attack with Ezra
Oh, yeah,
and your
see,
top
you-
card's
oh.
cunning.
See if cunning's on top. Just flip it up.
No, another
Okay.
new Falcon.
Wah, wah, wah. GG.
They ambushed the red 3 this thing.
Yay! I won 1. Thank you for letting me win 1. All right, we're gonna talk through the sideboard now. I'm not gonna sideboard. I don't think I have a sideboard
See,
against.
My
lots of
bad,
being still
sorry.
incredible.
Good game, guys. I gotta go back to work.
All right, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you so
Bye,
much.
Brad.
Yep.
Come
Bye.
hang out at lunch Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays.
Y'all talk about
Um,
real quick while you're.
Yeah, but the other thing I wanted to tell our viewers is that, as best we can tell, Courtney, you're the first Twitch streamer for SWU to make affiliate. You made affiliate yesterday,
Yay!
meeting all their criteria.
Congrats.
Yep, I don't know if you know about Twitch, but they have like this long list of things you have to accomplish with your stream to become an affiliate, and even a longer list of things you have to accomplish to become a partner. So that's our next stage, but that's going to be a long time away.
Yeah, that's like 6 months
Yeah.
away.
Aw, thank you, Roderick.
Sir Roderick.
Sir Roderick. Oh, Sir Roderick. Sir Roderick. Thank you. Yeah, it's partner's crazy. You have to like average 50 viewers every stream, and we're only averaging like 10 to 12. So, but we also just started 3 weeks ago, so it's not like.
Yeah, Twitch's exposure algorithms are basically non-existent. So you've got to get the hype out some other way
Yeah.
and build up a stream viewership and all that.
Yeah, so if you're not watching on YouTube, we also have been started uploading videos of these Twitch streams to the Bought the Network YouTube channel, which are some really good videos there, including the really fun 3 minutes and 1 second world best speed run yesterday we had for live play SWU. So trying to get that thing started. Thank you, Roderick. Welcome to the chat. Glad to have you here. Come hang out with us at lunch, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. Follow and we have picked up some new followers. We have a follower thing now, but I haven't heard it go off. Because I think
I haven't seen it. You might have it where it doesn't pop up on stream, because I haven't seen it pop up on the stream yet.
We may not have anyone following. Yeah, I don't think we have anyone followed during stream today. So somebody find a Twitch streamer, Twitch person to come
Log in
follow us.
another account. No,
Yes, just so we can see if our follow thing works or not. All right, we'll spread your sideboard and see what's in this one. This is the card y'all are stuck with for this. And then we'll play one sideboarded one and chat about next week. We go to hand cam so y'all can see this sideboard easier. Ooh, that's got a bad glare. That's a change of heart.
I'm interested in Bamboozle for sure.
Confiscate, but she's not playing Green Sabine, so less likely.
Yeah, I think Bamboozles are fine. You don't need Confiscates.
She has a couple of Smuggler's Aids just to add some life back. Another change of heart. And then, for some reason, 2 Tobias Beckett's. This might be, I think this is,
I
not...
kind of like the Tobias, honestly. Because the way that you lose here is you get raced down in space, and both Tobias and Bamboozle help prevent that. Because Tobias, you can play Cunning and tap 3 things, and give yourself a +4.
Ooh, that is a good combo. Yeah. Yeah, David brings up a good point. I think it is the Gen Con Han 1 list that, not Ian, but why am I going blank on our other guy's name that we know now from Gen Con who did really well? I'm going completely blank on the other Mono Han player that became so famous from Gen Con.
Monohan.
Can't think of his name for some reason. Anyway, he's not Ian. How about that?
The other one.
Troy. Yes.
There you go.
Troy. That's the name. Thank you, Roderick. Roderick came through for my old man brain.
Yeah.
Having my sometimers moment. Okay, so what are we thinking? We can vote in chat if we need to.
I think into Bamboozle, into Tobias Beckett, out the 2 main deck Spark of Rebellions, and
Sparks come out. We don't need Change of Heart. I don't think. You just hope the game. You don't need Confiscate. Oh, that's a restock. That's not even Confiscate. And then these little Smuggler
Sparks.
Aids. Does she want to smuggle out some healing?
That's,
Or is it too slow?
no, it's bad.
I think it's bad. Yeah.
He said that sideboard was very bad. He just want to test some stuff, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. The Tobias is purely hypothetical. I've never actually played it in this matchup, but I could see it being good.
Let's try something new today.
And then take out Sparks, and then I'm not sure what else. You got to find 2 more cards to take out.
And then
Tobias is for Boba.
Do you get to 7 resources? Do you even need the Han unit? Is it game over by then?
usually.
I don't think
it's
you
either
need
finishing
3
or-
Han units if
I
there's
figured
3,
it
because that's the
was.
other thing is like all the units you need to kill aren't on the ground. So like Han
Yeah.
doesn't do a ton for you here.
take
My
out
first
2.
thought was take out 2 Han units as the other ones, and then you're
Okay.
basically changing out Han for a 4-drop that has some upside. Because you might actually play it, and you're
Play it.
switching out Sparks for Bamboozle, which are just a strict upgrade in
Did
this
you already
matchup
take the
to me.
Sparks out?
I did.
Okay. Let's pull them out so it's easier to reboard this afterwards.
Took out the 2 Sparks and 2 Hans.
2 Sparks, 2 Hans. Got it. Let's go. Let's play some
Shuffle this up.
SWU.
Did you sideboard it all?
No, I don't know that I have. I mean, in my sideboard, I'm going to go through it real quick. I have Leia, another Leia, Chewbacca. Wolf doesn't feel
I
good.
love me some Leia.
You don't
then.
have any Fighter for Freedom targets. You don't have anything for me to confiscate. So yeah, I actually don't sideboard the yellow Han, apparently, with this deck. Yeah.
Leia, the good thing about Leia against Han is you can mess up the deploy turn, but I think your goal in this matchup is to just not
that.
let her get there.
Yeah, let's do that. What would I take out? Maybe a Rebel Pathfinder, because I definitely don't need. You don't have any of those little like, crafty smugglers or little shielded Sentinel dudes. So I took out 1 Rebel Pathfinder and added the 3rd Leia. Because you're right. That's a great
I love
great
that.
point, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Stopping the Han flip turn is
Yeah.
amazing. Or you play a Falcon thinking you're about to kill my red 3.
Mm-hmm.
And
That
I buy,
too, yeah.
And I buy myself a
Right.
moment of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you do have stuff that comes in ready, even like I do with Cassian. All right, so who won? Oh yeah, I won. Haha.
So I get initiative.
Whoa.
Sorry,
Whoa,
those
sloppy.
are really slippery.
Yeah, no, these sleeves are really slippery.
Oh, there's dragon shield. Yeah, they are dragon.
Okay, I like this hand.
That's the last one. I'll let you cut. Because we have to.
I can resource him, and I will give you a deep cut. Boom. Good luck. Have fun. May the force be
you.
with you. And you. The response is, and with you always.
And with you.
Always. Okay, go to hand cam. So Junior and Jeff can help you resource because I have a great hand.
If I'm playing somebody I know really well in any card game, I always like to wish them the second best of luck in this match.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So do I have to? I don't have
That's
to.
a fun hand. Yeah, that hand is sick.
Hold your hand down a little bit.
So there's
Yeah.
one easy resource decision.
This one.
No.
Then, Rob, given that hand, I want to resource the Syndicate Lackeys, I think, as the second resource. And then it gives us a little bit of time to think about our third resource.
Right. So
It's probably just got to be the Bamboozle, even
That's
though I
what I
like
was
that card and we brought it in as a sideboard card. I think that's got to be it.
I think you got to resource DJ though. Is what he's saying.
you think?
Yeah, DJ's the easy one. Yeah,
Okay.
we gotta do that
No
for
DJ
sure.
tech.
You can do it the first action though.
That's
when
true.
you- when
And
Yeah,
then-
you can just activate Han and resource it.
And just
Mhm.
keep Syndicate Lackey.
Either way, like when I look
Oh,
at
I
a
see
Han
what
one
you're
hand,
saying. Yeah, when I
especially with a
activate the
3-drop,
ability.
yeah, I look
Yeah.
at what 3 cards am I gonna resource, and it doesn't really matter what order you resource them in.
Right. You're right.
Cool. Okay. You have initiative.
Alright. Activate.
Activation. Okay. And this is maybe a blowout, but this is all I have. If you have a Falcon, I'm just dead right now.
Mm-hmm. I think
But
if you
nothing I
play
can
the
do
Who would
about
play Falcon in this deck?
yeah.
Yeah, and that's just a blowout. I mean, I almost get scooped, to be honest.
Yeah,
And
when
then
you
I
lose your
ping-
first turn
I
play,
ping
it
us
goes really
both because
bad.
you're not going to not attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, this is a heavy space deck. Like, I have almost
Right.
no ground.
And if, yeah, 3.
Yeah. Well, take a point back
I
and
will.
use your little
Dang.
reminder token.
Yep.
That you have to destroy a resource.
That's the only other thing about playing Falcon in this is
Yeah.
takes you down another resource too.
Draw 2.
Well, not if you've used Han. You just tap the Hun resource before you destroy it. You're good.
That's true. Alright. So
Oh, I have
have
initiative
3.
though, right?
I could. I don't need 2 of those, I guess.
Yeah, I do one of the dupes for sure.
Man, it is such a blowout to have a first turn Falcon when all I have is space.
Yeah.
So it's not just pay 1, you have to destroy a resource. So the trick
Now I do.
here is you pay 1 with the Falcon, then you destroy the resource you paid with Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's what you're paying with the Falcon,
Yes,
make sure it's not DJ.
Yeah, that's what I was about to chat.
Anything but
Yeah.
DJ right now.
So I put the waylay. Destroy it.
Flip it up, face up in the discard pile.
And hold on. Sorry. I need more hands.
I gotta make sure it's the right one.
No.
And I don't have to pay for it.
You don't have to pay for the Falcon. You did pay for the Falcon.
I did.
Then
And then
you
I
destroyed
destroyed it.
the waylay,
Yep.
which
Yeah.
is what you used to pay for the Falcon.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a trick. You gotta understand that
Mhm.
intricately.
Yep.
All right, my action. I will start with pinging.
Alright. Oops.
I would just play out the tech here because you want to leave Falcon up for whatever he wants to play. That's the only reason you'd ping first anyway.
Play out the tech. I should take
Yeah.
this.
3. You don't have to activate
Oh,
or
that's
anything. You
right.
just play him.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, not DJ tech
No,
from
no,
your
no.
hand.
Oh, duh. I was like, wait a second,
Right,
that
you're
doesn't make
rough.
sense to me.
You're
Wait a
rough.
second.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Yes, and it comes in exhausted, of
Yep.
course. So now I'm just screwed. Like I don't have.
The thing about guards, Roderick, is you have to activate Han to play it, and we're already pretty low on cards. and then you don't even need a Sentinel right now because there's no units. Like, if they do something like this where it can be scary for flip turn, you can play guards next turn instead of activation into DJ if you need to.
Yeah.
But I don't like... I'm always hesitant to activate Han twice in the first 2 turns because you just end up so low on cards in hand.
Right. It definitely feels.
And
Sometimes you have to do it, but I didn't think this was one of those situations. Like, I'd rather just play tech onto an empty board than I would
Now
activate to play guards.
And this is an example where the Falcon first turn for Mono Han can be such a blowout into Blonde Sabine because my best play then would have been another spaceship, and her Falcon just would have killed it. So I had to go to a Fleet Lieutenant with nothing to do. So I just played a 3 for 3/3 on the ground.
There's your
It's
flip
pretty bad.
turn. Yeah. It would take 2 hits to kill that. So it looks like I resource that.
And then
one.
this is an interesting one too. Based on what's in your hand, this is a case where you might want to not pay for Falcon because the one is a real tax based on what's in your hand.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% convinced that not paying is correct, but you have more options if you don't pay than if you do. Because if you do pay, you're looking at Han activation into guards, which is a kind of a hefty tax. And if you don't pay, you can either just play the guards. Well, the guards wouldn't have Sentinel if you just played it, is the problem.
Another idea is she could also Han into DJ and steal a resource stop
Yeah.
on the flip.
Yeah, I like that. I think you need to not pay, and your first action is Han activate, and it makes Frank contemplate his life decisions.
Yes. Especially if you pick up Falcon right now, I'm doing in my head, I go straight to she needs 5 resources. And if you need 5 resources with a tech out, there's really only one thing that could possibly be.
Yeah, and if he like surprise strikes into your tech, it's like not the end of the world, but there's nothing you can do about it anyway.
You gain 5 life, basically.
Yeah.
And you still need a resource, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd resource the L337. Because you're probably going to have to resource something else too, anyway.
Yeah, and I'm so far behind in this game, it's getting worse because now I have to waste a surprise strike to kill the tech because I can't let you.
You're gonna not go just face.
I can't.
Yep.
You DJ steal resource, and now you're like even way more ahead, right?
Take
Or can I let that go? Can I just do the surprise strike to her face? I don't think I can.
Well, I think the other thing is, Frank, if you have something else, like you could start by pinging or something, because if she's gonna DJ, she has to Han activate first. So it might be worth it to make her do that to lose a card from hand before you surprise strike.
Okay. All right.
And then if she does something else with her resources, then you don't have to surprise strike the DJ.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a really good point. That's probably the better line. But go ahead. I say I didn't do any of those things.
So I guess I'll do this one.
This is a tough one.
Now
I guess I need to kill a red 3.
I think it's that one. Well, there are other things in hand too.
Okay.
I think
I'm only reading chat. What Roderick's talking about?
that was for her last turn.
Okay. I'm trying not to look at your hand too much.
Because I think the 2 options are either Han activate and play the card that's now most right, or don't Han activate and just play the card that you just resourced. I think those are the 2 choices. He has no space, only 2. I just play the guards as a 4/4. It doesn't have Sentinel right now, but it lets you keep your resources up for later, and it lets you have an explosive flip turn with more options next turn.
Because another problem, if you had activated Han, I ping with Sabine. Now what do you do?
Yeah.
That's true.
Are you gonna pass? If you pass, I'll probably just take an initiative, letting you eat a Han card, and I get to.
You take initiative without flipping.
Right.
And 2 open resources.
And you just blew your whole turn and you lost a card out of hand for no reason. I don't know.
And now you're looking good because the best thing to do with Han flip turn is to have options for 5, 6, and 7 resources depending on if they have any disruption or not. And right now you have a 5 and 2 3s. So you're set up like you could potentially just resource both the cards you draw, like resource one, Han activate the other, and then you have choices of if you want to play the 5 or if you want to double 3, and you might draw a 7 that you want to play that changes that. But these are costs that I like to have when I'm
Right.
approaching Han's 5 resource turn.
So I pinged. So what are you doing?
Are you paying? Did you give him
I
you
put it
did
on
it?
there
Okay, I
already.
wasn't paying
Mhm.
attention. So now I'll claim.
Yeah.
Take initiative.
Yeah, so this turn's gonna hurt a bit for sure. The
Yeah.
surprise strike was pretty good, but also you're still only at 3 on base, so it's not the end of the world by any
3
means.
to base, and then the only other thing I can do though is play out a cartel turncoat. Give
Yeah.
us space presence. So I'm not
The nice thing is you're also set up to if you flip Han, you immediately have a sentinel protecting him.
That's true. So.
Well, resource number one's easy.
Oh, did you already? I was going to go to your hand cam. You gotta shorten these transitions. Yeah, hold it down better so you can see.
Sorry.
Yep.
Is that right? Yeah. Now I gotta destroy a resource. No, I didn't
You
activate.
do not activate. Yeah,
Right.
so you're good. What I would do here, because the other thing is you still have the
Just
Falcon in your hand from before. If you just play it, then it turns guards into a sentinel, and you're threatening to kill the turncoat.
Junior, are you there still? Do you want to give an opinion? I'd love to hear Junior's opinion. Let's go to your hand cam again.
Yeah.
Junior may not be
Because
there.
I still could activate and
AFK.
play another.
You could, yeah, exactly. So like the other option is you could play the Syndicate lackeys now and kill Sabine, which is also fine and also turns on the Sentinel.
Yeah, that's the best line to be honest.
You think?
Well, I think that's fine. The other option is do you want to play Syndicate lackeys or do you want to play 2/3 drops? I think. Wait, what all units does Frank have? Does Frank have a rebel out that's not Sabine leader?
Yeah,
There's a fleet lieutenant,
I
right?
have a fleet
Lieutenant,
lieutenant. Yeah.
Okay, because I was thinking if
Wing
it
leader,
would like
fleet
blank wing
lieutenant,
leader to kill Sabine.
Cartel turn.
Yeah, this is. I think it's close. If you want to, you get really blown out by wing leader if you don't syndicate lackeys.
That's true.
I guess it's not that bad.
He's got 5 resources.
Because the thing that I like about the Falcon play is you play Falcon, and then when you activate Han, you can have choices. Like you're gonna draw a card off the Cartel Turncoat, which gives you another option for what to put down when you activate Han, and also gives you'll get more information about which second 3-drop. Because I have a feeling one of those 3s is probably gonna be really good, but you just get blown out a little bit. Not even that much, but a little bit by wing leader onto Sabine.
Also stops you from
It's still
playing
not
red
the end of the
3
world
this turn.
though.
Okay.
Most likely.
Yeah.
2 to your base.
Okay. Yeah, if I can find it. Dang it. Alright.
Yeah, and then you can just kill the turncoat and draw a card.
Yeah.
Well, she also might kill something.
I don't think you kill the turncoat here.
Interesting. Why not? My thought was kill it to get more options for what the Han resource.
To draw the card off the bounty.
Because if he had a surprise strike to kill the guards, he would have probably done it on Fleet Lieutenant last action. What would you do, Junior?
But I think I will wait before killing it. Wait if you don't have a red 3 or something like that.
Well, I don't
you
think
could
red
wait to
3's.
play. That's true.
I don't think red 3's that bad right now.
You could kill the.
Because you can still. My thought is the card draw right now is very valuable because we know we want to activate Han and kind of like all the cards in our hand. Because you still have the guards blocking ground. So if Frank plays red 3, you still get to activate Han.
I think it's.
Yeah, because it's a Sentinel now.
Yeah, it's a Sentinel, so I'll go
it's
ahead
a
and do the
Sentinel
4
with-
before
with-
you can kill it. To base. Before you kill it,
Well,
right?
then you do that before you put down the Falcon. Oh, you're doing that now? You want to
No,
do 4
not
to
now
base?
after it's because you attack for 2.
Yeah. So now
Yeah.
she could do the 4 with the guards now.
I think that's fine because that's another thing. It's also like a soft pass to see if a red
Yeah.
3 is coming
Red
out.
3's,
I think
right.
that's totally fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that a lot better for
I
sure.
think that's good, Junior. Good job. So now to turn off your card draw, I play a red 3. I have to. That's all I could do.
Right. But it doesn't
Yeah,
feel
now
that bad
you-
to kill red 3.
Yeah, you definitely kill red 3 because otherwise the fleet
pumps.
lieutenant kills the guards, and now it can't.
Yep.
So you don't get the card draw, but that's fine. We can.
Yeah, now I think
We
I
can
just
work around
lose.
that.
I think you're way ahead now. So I
Yeah,
put 3
because I
on
mean
you,
Han's gonna flip and
3
kill all
here.
your shit. You're in a rough
Or-
spot.
Even before I do that, hold on. I guess I'll start with
You're gonna do 3 to it.
Sabine though. So Sabine does 2 and pings your base for 1. I take 4 back. Jeez Louise. That guard is brutal. Yeah, this is a much
Yeah.
better play line, Junior. Thank you for chiming in.
Okay. Now I activate my ability.
Yeah, and I'd get rid of the waylay, I think,
Okay.
and keep the other 3, because right now you're just ahead, and you need him to not have things that, like any huge surprises.
So your
You should have 3
resources
open
Oh, that's
are
now.
a
gotta
hot
be-
mess right now.
Yeah, I know. These 3
Yeah,
are exhausted.
you should have three exhausted and 3 ready.
Maybe
Okay.
you don't need the syndicate lackey.
Maybe. My thought, Junior, is what loses us the game from here because we're really far ahead, and I think I think it is close between whether you want lackey or waylay, but the lackey might be needed next turn more than the waylay. I don't know. You could be right.
Okay.
Oh no! What are you doing? Hold on, we got these turned the wrong way, so it's easier to see
Always,
on camera.
know.
So tap
Always.
your 3. Dang it! I thought you were gonna flip Han first. All right, I have a bamboozle and a Sabine unit. At least I can put the Sabine unit
You
down.
have 2 weapon resources. Yeah.
I was
nice.
gonna bamboozle your Han when he flipped.
Yeah, so Sabine.
Wah, wah, wah.
I guess
Get
Sabine-
wrecked.
I am getting
the
wrecked.
beast
Trust me,
will
I'm
mean-
getting wrecked. That first turn Falcon into a space deck is just
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah. All right, I'll put out a Sabine. I have a pair of Sabines. Next set, I can have 3 Sabines in play. I'm so excited.
3 bean.
Oh, the 3 bean deck. We just named it. You just came up with the name for her. Blonde Sabine
That's
in set
right.
3 be called 3 bean. David's like, hurry up, y'all are playing too slow.
I know.
No, all I can do now is take initiative.
Okay. 7.
Are you just gonna go to the base?
The Bodhi's exhausted.
Okay.
You just played him.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, she tries to cheat me all the
4.
time. Well, to use the 4 to kill the Sabine leader? Should she kill Sabine leader with Han to really stay way
So
ahead?
you can't win
I
weird or
think
something.
Plus, it turns off Sabine not being targetable.
I
Right
think
now.
you do kill
Yeah.
Sabine leader
You just take 2
because maybe it's too conservative, but I think you're just really far ahead, and staying ahead should be
Yeah, don't give me
straightforward
any
from
way
this
to get
point.
back in the game. That's what we saw last game.
Yeah,
With not bouncing the red 3, just stay way ahead.
because like the prize strike on Sabine unit kills Han anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the only thing this makes Fleet Lieutenant better, but I think it's still fine. So that's the downside is
And
if
I'm
you
out
go
of
Fleet
cards.
Lieutenant
A
here.
resource down before draw.
Oh yeah, before
yeah,
you
for
draw
the
cards,
Han.
one of your
Yeah, but your Han on attack resource goes.
it's required. You're not allowed to choose. So
Yeah.
put one resource
Non
from the top
optional.
of your deck face
Yeah.
down. Yep.
I can
No,
look at it though.
no.
I can't.
Well, you can always look at your.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
was
can look
about
at
to
it.
Say, why would no?
Yeah, you can look at it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It doesn't go in your hand. Is all.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Oh.
then you draw 2.
David's
And
cat
now
on
you
the
have
keyboard.
3
It's funny.
resources to kill.
Man, I'm liking some
We
Ezra
need
today.
pictures of
huh?
that cat, David, or it's not. We're not gonna believe you.
Ooh, that was a nice.
So he
You
can
put it
kill
in
Falcon. He's
off
got
topic.
initiative, so I
And
just
that's
pick up the
another
Falcon.
thing too for anyone watching on our stream who's not already hanging out with us. We have a Bothan Discord network or Bothan network Discord. So David can put the pictures of his cat in our off-topic chat in our Bothan network Discord. And anyone else, you can find the link to the Bothan network Discord public here in the Twitch channel. Come join us. We'd love to hang out and play, right, Junior? It's fun.
So he can kill Falcon with his first turn. So I think I just pick it up, right?
I think so. I think it's another one where you're like if it was a close game, I would want him to waste the action and you get a card, but I think we're far enough ahead, and also you're going to be at 6 and you already have a 3-drop to play, so your turn is pretty simple with Falcon 3-drop.
If you do
Thank you,
that,
David.
you
Maybe
you
we'll grab
good.
that picture of the cat so we can put it on
If you
stream.
kill-
Can we put this picture of your cat on stream, David? Oh, I can't. My earbud went out. So
What was that, Junior?
Tell me what they say.
I
Sorry.
think
Or you can get that
if
earbud while I get the cat picture.
if it-
Everybody likes a cat
if-
picture, right?
if the turncoat kill Falcon, I think you're happy with that.
Yeah, I think it's not the end of the world.
I'm
That's
gonna switch to these.
They have
I-
no way to come back after doing that because you just kill
Keep
7
your
units with
settings.
Borderug. Then with the card in hand, you can just kill them.
yeah, I think that's fair. I
Go to your
think
setting.
I think this is like an all roads lead to Rome scenario. Where if he kills Falcon with turncoat, you're happy. If you bounce it, replay it, and kill his turncoat, you're happy. Maybe it is just better to leave Falcon out. I think they're both fine.
I don't want to play Falcon plus Ezra. I think that's not.
Alright. There's David's cat.
Okay, what did we decide? We got sidetracked.
Yes, we did.
So I got my smuggled. Yeah, that crossed my mind too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess I can stack. There we go. It's not confusing when it goes through this. Yeah.
Oh, don't kill DJ.
Oh yeah.
That's a terrible one to kill.
Let's see what this one is.
Because you can DJ me for 7.
I can smuggle that too. I guess just don't.
Oh, good. Roderick and Mitch both said they saw the cat.
Alright, I can. Alright, that's 2. There we go. Right? Yeah.
I too went to 6. Big, glorious, beautiful yellow resources. Ready your units.
You're not playing the Big Falcon, are you?
Am I?
I
I don't have to tell you.
don't think you are. I don't know, you maybe. I know you have.
So you're representing 10 damage. I'm representing 5 damage. That's not good. That's not good. Alright, I will do... 3 your base.
Okay. So now I'll just kill it. Kill me. And take the bounty. Yeah, I'm ahead. I mean, he really needs to be killing me. Yeah, 6 resources. If he had a surprise strike, yeah, he would have used it first because he runs the risk of me killing his unit and not having the surprise strike to play on anything. Let's you Falcon surprise strike. Okay. Okay, so 3 to base. I'll get your 3 out.
Alright, we'll smuggle out Cassian.
Mm-hmm. So now... Canteen. Play these 2 this turn.
because it has the upgrade on it.
You can't kill it.
Yeah, I think attacking with Bodhi first, and then putting the jetpack and then the blaster on Han is great. Right.
Right.
So 3 to my base puts me at 16.
Right.
Why are you drawing a card? Quit it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
us when played.
And then I will hit your base for 2.
Okay. Now. Oh, and I moved it.
Nope, not that one. You're gonna start with the jetpack. Oh, Mitch is picking the hornet's nest in
What?
chat. Mitch is asking about the PQ announcement and the
Oh,
organized
yeah.
play rollout. We'll finish this game and then I'll get a soapbox. Let me go find
It's
a
4,
soapbox
right?
to stand on.
Yeah, 4 for the jetpack.
And that does.
Isn't it 4? Or I can't. My eyes are terrible.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
it is
it's
a 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oop, let's go inside the. So then take the
3 to base.
because that cost me 4. 1,
But you're gonna
2,
replace
3,
the smuggle
4.
card.
Yep.
And you pay itself, so don't forget to pay for the card you're smuggling out.
That's what it. So paid
Yeah.
4. I have 2 left. Is that right? Yeah.
I did too, so yeah. So in
Oh, so
hindsight,
You did 3 to my base.
you could have, I guess, gone blaster with Han, creating a resource, and then putting the jetpack on Bodhi.
Mhm.
Yeah. 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 We definitely learned that from last game. Just stay ahead on board by a lot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah. So I attacked for 3 to your base. I already.
You didn't put it on there, did you? Or did you?
Yeah, you
Right.
took it. You're at
I did,
14.
okay.
And then your action.
Then attack for 6.
Okay. So I go to. Oh, you got all the dice over here. So 6.
Drew that.
Yeah, I don't know you have a blaster. But I'm taking initiative anyway. I would have done that anyway.
And then I guess go ahead and play that.
Oh, talking to them.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Oh, Twitch lost Discord? Hold on. Sorry about that. Let's add Discord back in.
I just tried that.
Weird.
Yeah, smuggles for
Cool. Alright, talk now.
3.
Jeff. Nope. We have lost Discord. Weird. I know, I don't understand it.
It does. It's done that.
It's,
The past
yeah,
3 days we've lost
We've
Discord
lost
at least some
Discord.
point.
I don't know why Discord's gotta be so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what output I'm on.
They
Twitch-
can't hear us.
Twitch stream is not hearing our Discord since we changed our earbuds for some reason. Something about changing earbuds. Yeah, it's weird.
So-
Let me try another. Well, let me try this screen. Now, you can still hear us in Discord, right? Yeah, it's not showing up, and that's annoying.
So I gotta pay.
Yeah,
So I
can't
still
get
have to
Discord
defeat
come
one.
back. So frustrating. So he's saying that he
pay
still
for
likes this line of action. I'll translate for Twitch and for the video
There.
for the video on demand later.
Pay 1 for the Falcon, then defeat that resource. Right? I guess you defeat one that's not there. Okay. And then that leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh wait, now I don't think they can hear us. I don't think we can hear them. Talk, Jeff? Oh, okay. See if that came back on in Discord and Twitch.
And I need to have my jetpack ready on the top. 4, 3. Ooh, my eyes are bad. Yep.
Alright, I've done everything I could to turn Discord back on. I don't know why it's not working.
No, we're almost done.
We're almost done, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So Jeff, you like this situation?
Yeah.
Okay, so I draw 2. Alright, I need to kill you with 16 damage. So let's start with 2 to your base. Oh wait, how many actions do you need to kill me? I don't know.
You're
So let's do this.
On
22, I need
board.
8.
On board, she needs 2.
Alright, heroic sacrifice. Draw a card. And
What do you?
he has 2 damage here, didn't
Han,
he?
I've
Yeah,
two
Dude,
damage
I
Han-
do,
Han
here.
has
right,
2 damage on
sorry.
him.
You're right.
So Cassian will trade with Han. I think I lose.
Or
more,
I think
yeah.
I can save this at this point. Maybe I can. Alright, your action.
I think that's fine, because now you just attack with Falcon. He goes to 5 health remaining, and you have 2 lethal attackers on board.
But I don't know that, so.
You don't know that, no.
So
It looks
now I
like we're
think
just
I
making
gotta
the attack
kill-
based on the
I think
easy
I need
trade
to
you can do.
trade,
Right.
So I trade the
Yeah.
Bodhi, thinking I can stay alive by trading.
Mm-hmm. And
And then you just Blaster Ezra for the win.
Yay!
Yeah.
And Blaster Ezra for the win. Alright, well, I'll let you win one. No, actually, this was a blowout. I mean, that Millennium Falcon on turn 1 against the
so
space
it's right,
deck.
keeping it, play it.
Oh, yeah. That's
Pay
so
it for it.
brutal. That's so brutal.
Mhm.
Well, fun games
Those were
today,
great,
everybody.